Welcome back to my playthrough of Hexen 2 as the Necromancer on the Lich King Difficulty, played through FTEQW. Today, we are beginning our quest for Famine, so let's begin. As you can see, we are back in the stables where we were before in the previous video, but this time we are going straight towards the forge, which is right through this area, and we'll take a right here. And then go upstairs immediately so we can go to the fireplace. And this switch has appeared. We're going to press it and go into the fireplace. And destroy the spider. And the archer too. We're going to use a sickle for these guys. And destroy these barrels. Because this one will probably give you a quartz flask, but more importantly, we're going to grab the stable key. Now that you have the stable key, you want to make your way back down through here and into the area with all the hay. You want to go up this ladder and then back up the ramp and into this area again, because we are going into this door, which leads here. You needed the stable key to open that door, so that's why we couldn't open it before. We're going to destroy this rug, grab the breastplate too, even though it doesn't help the Necromancer that much. It's better than nothing. Anyways, we'll destroy this wood here, and open the doors, and make our way to this area where we'll destroy the golems and the archer with our magic missiles. Right, so now we can grab a pile of sand. I hate sand. It's messy, and it gets everywhere. We're also going to flip the switch. But we need the sand, and we also could use this force cube. Yeah, you can use the trowel as a platform. But anyways, we flipped that switch over there so we could open this area up and use it as a shortcut so we can just head on back to the forge. Because we are going to use the forge to create glass, a bead of glass to be precise. And now we have the bead of glass by melting the sand, we are going to head on out into this area again. And now we are headed straight towards the Inner Courtyard, because there's another place with an unusual fireplace we have to investigate. It's this one. I don't know if you remember this unusual fireplace or not, but we are going to jump up here, because there's a series of bricks that allow you to do that. And kill this guy. Grab his life force if he drops it. And do the same for this guy too. And look at that, there's a grindstone. So we have sand, glass, and a grindstone. All the things we need for our quest for hunger. Anyways, you feel a strong magic radiating from the grindstone. Seems about right. We'll just put this glass here and create a lens of seeing. Now let's grab that lens, and we'll probably use it very soon. And as a reward, we get another breastplate, which is just fine by me, even though it still doesn't protect that much for the Necromancer. Anyways, we are going to carry on and go over here and up this ramp to the right and into here to kill these two archers. Desecrate their corpses just in case. And now we can go into here, and I'm going to use a Tome of Power because there's a bunch of menacing archers here. Not so menacing now, are you? Well, that's a given with the Tome of Power, but as you can see here, the lens of seeing allows us to see this portal here. If we didn't have the lens, we wouldn't be able to see it. So let's just go through the portal and discover an Arch of Crystal. And look, there are some golems here, and there's also the Ring of Regeneration, which will regenerate our health naturally. I went through the portal by accident, but that doesn't matter, because I'm going to use the Sippy Juice along with the Ring of Regeneration and just lure some of these guys over here. But first I'm going to destroy this guy, this imp. And I'm going to use the Seal of the Venomancer on these two. And as you can see, we've turned flesh, or stone into flesh. Which is just dandy. Yeah, the Seal of the Necromancer is Hexen 2's answer to the Morphobum in the Porculator. And it turns your enemies into sheep. But doesn't really apply to boss enemies, but it still works on golems and such. But anyways, we're going to go through this, and we have been given the power to destroy the Crystal Golem, which is just perfect. I don't know if you guys remember the Crystal Golem being mentioned, but we are going to face him right now. Before we even do that, let's take a little detour into this area, into this tavern, just so we can say we've killed these guys too. Because this part is, like, basically optional. Also might get a chance to demonstrate more of that vampiric embrace, or drain. It's an embrace. We're giving these guys a hug with the sickle. Yeah, hear that sound? That's the vampiric drain doing its job. It regenerates your health. Or at least it gives you a bit of health back. It doesn't regenerate it like the Ring of Regeneration does, but it does help get your health back against enemies like these. Anyways, here are Discs of Repulsion if you need them. This area, like I said, is just optional, but I decided to do it because I wouldn't have been here otherwise. We're going to go down here because this area is open now because we've been through it before. If it isn't open, you can probably take the whole detour into this area and up the stairs and whatnot, but it should be open by now. Anyways, we're going to go into here and meet the Crystal Golem. Oh no, there he is. We're gonna destroy him. And also mess with him with the sickle, just like that. And now we can go over here and check this portal out. Check out all the decorations too. That must be the hungry boy. We need to put some meat on his bones. Well, we aren't going to do that, but we are going to go through the portal and face him. Look at this portal of skulls. Shows that this guy is deadly, but we're even more deadlier than him. But here he is. It's Famine. We're going to use the Crater of Might that we got in this area so we can destroy this guy quickly. And the Tome of Power too. One of his evil attacks drags you towards him. And another attack just locks on towards you, kinda. But the powered up magic missiles should make quick work of him, as long as you can dodge his projectiles and not get too carried away by his dragging ability. And there he is. We defeated Famine. Look at this guy on his stupid little horse and his stupid skull. He's donezo. As the mystical energies released by the destruction of Famine swirl the air before you, a sense of urgency overwhelms you as the very fabric of space is torn asunder. Hurled instantly across vast distances, you find yourself in the land of Mazera. While the nausea from the teleportation begins to fade, you ready your weapons and survey the landscape before you. Once teeming with life, now there is only a dark silence, as the oppressive heat threatens to suffocate you. You begin the next leg of your journey. Regardless of the path you choose, death awaits you. Indeed it does. And I apologize for messing up a part of that reading, but I always screw these things up at some point. But anyways, we are done with the first part of Hexen 2. We finished the first hub, which took place in Black Marsh, and we defeated Famine. And now we are going to go to Mazera, the semi-Aztec hub. It's vaguely Mesoamerican at the very least. But I hope you enjoyed this beating of the first hub. It was quite the experience, quite the puzzling one, I'm sure. But hopefully this walkthrough will help you out if you decide to play it yourself. But anyways, that's it for this video. Stay tuned for the next one where we begin Mazera. But until then, toodaloo.